Somebody thought they had the tea on you whole time. They was drinking piss. I'm hearing that Megan Thee Stallion song where she's like, ain't got no tea on me. This whole thing, she TMZ. And that's what they thought. They thought they knew a little bit about a lot, and they thought that they were going to be able to use that against you in some form or fashion. But see, what they know is the old you. See, these people know a person that you've evolved from and changed. And even then, they didn't know everything that there was to know about you. But with the little they did gather, they took that and ran with it and ran straight off a cliff. Now, there is a rebirth or an ending that has occurred here, and it is going to give you the justice and the fairness that you deserve within the situation. Scorpio and Libra could be significant. See, behind your back, someone was trying to take some sort of opportunity or some sort of gift. Could have been money, just could have been an opportunity, your destiny. You know, these people were trying to swap out. And now these people are upset and they're deeply in their feelings because they made a premature decision here based off of one glimpse of what they saw of your power. Like, they only saw a micro amount of what you could do, and these people became overwhelmed and greedy, and they decided that, hey, I'm going to snatch this out of their hands, but this is not you even at your final form. So they got tricked. They sure did. Now, you and these people, you could have thought that you were very close with these individuals. You guys could have been dating. You guys could have been really good friends. And this person was someone that did magic. Gemini could be significant. They did some sort of magic here, trying to take away, again, like I said, some sort of opportunity or something that you had planned. And they thought that they would be able to, like I said, do the great switcheroo. When I see that Two of Pentacles in the upright and the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, that is giving, like, to me, like some sort of karma or destiny swap that this person was like getting close to you to try to do. This person could have believed that they had all of the facts, they had all of the information. Aquarius could be significant here. They thought they had all the facts, and they thought that they knew what to do to get started and to build this new life for themselves. And they felt like in order for them, like they felt like they was going to be able to take your destiny, heal, and move on and basically start this new life. This person, it could have been a masculine energy, father of baskets in reverse, water sign here, water sign masculine. This person was trying to heal their own burdens and heal their own stressors through you. So they came around you pretending. But yeah, spirit like, let me get that back. Let me get that back. You can't handle that. But yeah, someone came in with the idea that they were going to be able to get in some sort of relationship with you or form some sort of friendship and emotionally manipulate you into carrying their burdens. This is someone that maybe you thought that you could build with. You thought that they would be able to, come along with you on this journey, but that's just not the way that it played out. See, you could have told this person your deepest desires. You could have shared like personal information with this person. Like I said, with this Two of Baskets, this lets me know you were under the impression that you guys were close, but this was all a power play. This person thought that they would win this game of life by, knowing all of your secrets. But like I said, the tea was really pissed at the end of the day. And that's just how this shit's played out. Yeah, someone was taking some sort of action here to make sure that no one would be able to partner with you. Three of Coins in reverse. Like, no one would be able to partner with you. And so basically when they came around, you'd be open to reconciling with this individual. This person made this decision very quickly because recently it looks as though they have not been able to make peace with the fact that even though they thought they'd be able to hold you up, you still managed to get away from them. This person could have felt like they knew some sort of information here, or you've gotten some information recently about someone doing something illegal. Maybe they could have, like I said, stolen from you. This person could have had some illegal documents. They could have forged some information. And even though they did this to you, you still were able to adapt at the end of the day. And they're like thrown off by that shit. Like, they're trying to figure out, like, how is this person still able to keep going and evolving when I took everything that they had, when I took all their opportunities, when I stripped them bare. But when they stripped you bare, they didn't realize that you would go into a deep transformation. You are built on the system of transformation and rebirth. Like, this is like these are your inner workings. This is who you are. And see, that's the one thing that they didn't realize about you at the end of the day. This person, they rushed into this quite recklessly here because they wanted to be seen as the leader and the visionary. This could be a fire sign, masculine energy here. And this person seems to have created a lot of trouble for their family and for their lineage, trying to build themselves up. And this person, now they're worried because they didn't get this new start that they felt like they were going to get. They made a bad choice here when it came to their home life or their personal. So what they didn't realize is the true wheel of fortune is really built in you. It's in you, not on you, because what you have is an innate power to end your stagnation here. And they were hoping that you'd be ungrounded. They'd hope that you wouldn't commit. They hope that you give up on yourself at the end of the day. And see, you never did. And now they're worried because, again, they weren't able to swap out like they thought they were going to be able to swap out. Somebody thought you was just going to give the fuck up. It's what I'm what I'm pulling, like, because if you would just, like, they're worried because they wanted you to go into hermit mode. They wanted you to go somewhere, curl up in a corner, and just be a forgotten thought. And then them and whoever else they were working with, then they could just assume the position. They could assume the identity. If I could just stop this person from talking, if I could just stop this person from doing what they're supposed to do, then I could just step in and I could assume the identity at the end of the day. But yeah, that's what they thought. But see, the strength here is something that they didn't know about. You don't need to be talking to this person. And I know it might sound like something very simple. This person wants to know how you bake the cake, but they don't know. You could give them all the ingredients. They simply can't bake a cake like you, okay? I could give you all the ingredients. I could give you the recipe to me, step by step, and you still couldn't bake a cake like I do. See, the truth is you are taken care of and you're nurtured here at the end of the day. And this person seems to have wanted to release the burden it looks like they thought that they would be able to collaborate with you, and they didn't have any regrets about it either because they thought that they were going to be able to release some sort of burden here. This person could have truly cared. Could be a Pisces masculine here. This person could have only cared because they wanted to release themselves from some sort of stagnation, and they wanted to do it very quickly without putting in the work. They were being very malicious. Again, I'm seeing a thief. I'm seeing somebody who forges paperwork. I'm seeing a fraud here. Okay, so they're not wanting to do the hard work. They just want to jump from person to person to person and take from people. This is how they don't want to do the hard work. And this is why they can't provide for themselves. So they walk around, Taurus here, they walk around and scout out people that they can use and abuse. And if they can get your frequency low enough, if they can make you be quiet, if they can make you depressed, if they can take away your frequency, then again they assume the position. This person seems to be cursed. And honestly, by you not communicating with this, so the longer you and this person go without communicating, the stronger you get, because this person is cursed. They're cursed. They can't provide for themselves, and whatever they do, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Whatever that they're trying to do to you, whatever they're trying to do to others to siphon their energy, that shit is wearing off. And like I said, the longer you and this person go without speaking, the longer, the stronger you get and the weaker they get. This was all a part of their plan. No, they realized this. That's why they rushed in and tried to give give you some sort of offer or take some sort of opportunity here. But again, it didn't play out. The plan, they had a plan, but they didn't, they didn't have the foundation. They didn't have the foundation at all. So this person gets with people, gets in relationships, so they don't have to endure these endings that they deserve, because they seem to believe that they can, abuse their way into power here. This could be, again, a fire sign or a karmic earth sign here, masculine energy. And someone seems to have taken action of a fire sign feminine to battle for them. So what they do is this is a series of triangulations that they do as well to get people to carry out their dirty work. So it doesn't look as though they're the ones doing the actual action. So they think they're going to escape this fate, and they may have been able to escape it up until this point, but see, whatever switcheroo that they try to do, it's forced them into a rebirth, a dark night of the soul. This person is unable to heal their situation. They're very immature, and it's just like they don't have the tools to go on this journey that they were trying to go on. The charity reverse, it's confirmation. They don't have the tools to do this. So now they have to go through this dark night of the soul, and somebody's being forced to detach from an Empress in reverse here. We've got Capricorn, Cancer, and Aries. This has been someone they thought they'd be able to give an offer to, and it now looks like this is going to be the end of that partnership, so a person can heal. This person, again, may have been a cheater. They've been very reckless here, and the spirit says they had to be stopped, baby, because secretly, Cancer, this person was looking for some sort of opportunity. They were looking for a person to take from again, and they got called out. They got discovered. Yeah, something's being highlighted about this relationship, Leo, and now this person's walking away from this partnership here because, now someone's under judgment. They may have been feeling like, damn, the cards want to fly out. They feel like they made some sort of bad decision here, Libra, and, trying to avoid a tower. Again, like I said, this person don't want to do their work. They want to take from people. They don't want to do the work themselves. And now a higher official has stepped in and taken action, Taurus, here to stop